Good morning. This is News Channel. Today's top news headlines. India replied to China. No third party gets visa on our military exercise. Ask Beijing to preview its breach of agreement. India on Thursday hit out at China for claiming at the ongoing India-US Youth Abhyas military exercise in Uttarakhand violates Sino-India bilateral agreement for border peace and asked Beijing to reflections on it on breach of the pact in the forum of China transactions in eastern Ladakh. India sees a exercise near the line of actual control LAC also as the effort by US to meddle in India-China border affairs. Responding to query on the objections raised by China, the Ministry of External Affairs said India hasn't given a veto to any third country on who to conduct a military exercise with. The exercise has nothing to do with the bilateral agreement, the government said. India will try to build consensus of Ukraine during G20 presidency. Amid a difference among G20 nations on Ukraine, India said Tuesday it will took to build consensus, adding that it expects Russia to participate in all G20 process under its presidency. Russia is a member of the G20 and hence we would expect that to be participating in this process. The grouping need to speak with one voice, particularly in improvement issues affected the world, said the External Affairs Minister spokesperson. The ministry also said there is no agreement on Moscow sending a list over 500 products for potentially delivery. A record 19 Supreme Court judges to be appointed in YSCS tenure in 7.5 years as CJ his father had appointed 14. Justice D.Y. Chandrachud 2-year tenure as CJ will see induct of the latest 19 new Supreme Court judges, 5 more than the number appointed to Apex Court during his father Y.V. Chandrachud's record tenure of 7 years and 5 months as CJI Chandrachud lead collegium. Immediate task is not filled 7 vacancies in the Supreme Court, whose sanctioned strength is the 34 judges, including the CJI, even if the preview collegium September 26 recommended to appoint Mumbai High Court Chief Justice Deepankar Dutt as an Supreme Court judge fructified. He will the administrated oath by CJI Chandrachud. High Court Collegium have sent no names for 55% of vacancies. Senior government functionaries has described as now found. The Supreme Court charged that the center was responsible for delaying in judges' appointment in the higher judicial appointment out that the High Court Collegium were yet to mark recommendations for more than 55% of judges' vacancy. Their report Pradeep Thakur. As on November 25, there were 331 vacancies in 24 high courts and the collegiums had sent recommendation for only 148. The recommending 183 posts of judges has been laying vacant for 1 to 5 years, officially source said. Second sterilization's death in Rajasthan 1 week. A woman 26 died for complications after undergoing surgery at a sterilization camp in Rajasthan's Dholpur Wednesday. The second such incident after another woman had died in Sirohi last week. The authorities are waiting the autopsy report to ascertain the cause of the latest death. Campaigning ended today. Tight vigils at critical and sensitive poll booths. With the MCD election campaign going to the end on Friday, the State Election Commission has strengthened security at critical and sensitive booths along with other agencies. At least 493 micro observers has been deployed at the sensitive hypersensitive polling location, and providing for webcasting has been made for the polling day. The microwave observers will remain stationed at these locations throughout December 4 and keep a watch on the proceedings at the booths. We are in regular touch with Delhi police, and based on its suggestions, we will engage drone to monitoring some hypersensitive booths if needed, said an officially. Out of the 13,638 polling stations, 30,356 areas sensitive critical. Of the 140 companies of Central Armed Police Force CAPF, 107 has been already deployed to phases. The rest, while being engaged by Friday, Home Guard will also be placed as soon as returning officers take over the polling booths by Saturday. Election Commission electronic voting machines (EVMs) will be handed over to poll booths on the polling day. He did his first. The CAPF companies were deployed for security for border areas, guarding EVM machines, etc. And in the second phase, they have been given responsibility for polling stations, especially critical ones, and counting stations. The company has launched the web interface of its mobile app Nigam Chunav Delhi, and functionalities of the apps has been integrated with the portal sec.delhi.gov.in, said the officially. The web interface provides easy access to voters' information and detail of casting candidate and enable people to lodge complaint. SEC has already launched a WhatsApp message facility on 98079807779 to know about their ward number, name and address through a downloadable voter slip. People can first send "I" followed by their voter card number. A message can be sent to 7738299 for the same. The helpline of SC 01123 is already functional. A notice has been issued prohibiting sales of liquor in Delhi ahead of the polls, according to the SEC notice dated November 30. In pursuant of the Rule 52 of the Delhi Excise Rule, it had thereby ordered the December 2 to December 4 and December 7 will be observed as dry day. It added a dry day will be observed from 5:30 p.m. to December 2 to 5:30 p.m. on the voting day, while the second dry day period will be observed from midnight till midnight on the result day on December 7. The all liquor vendor and seller outlets will remain closed, and the excise department and Delhi police will ensure there is no unauthorized store of liquor and transportations.